Welcome back to Neverwinter Nights 2 Hard Mode Edition. Last time we were about to go into the Blacklake district to talk with Aldanon the Sage. So let's continue. Let's do inspire competence.
Well now, what do you want?
And let's equip our sling. And let's go. Sorry, no one in or out of the Blacklake district without permission. I have a pass from Captain Berliner. Well now, apparently your good deeds down at the docks were enough for her. Everything seems to be in order. We'll get this gate open for you right away. Hey, up there, we've got someone heading into Blacklake. They've got a pass from the captain. There you go. One of the guards on the other side will escort you. The pass doesn't give you free reign in the district, just to this Aldanon home. Finally, you can learn more about these shards. Aldanon, you said. Right. Well, here we are. Don't expect too warm of a welcome though. He's been even more detached lately. I'll just wait here while you talk to him. I'm sorry. Are you here with the delivery? I'm with the city watch. I'd like to ask you some questions. The watch? Whatever are you here for? Is someone in trouble? I need your help with an investigation. Really, I'm always happy to help the watch, and information is something of specialty of mine, you know, quite a hobby. Let me just remove the shards, wards, there, all disarm, I think. Come on, right in. Finally.
Ah, well met. Please forgive my rather rude questions at the door. I would never intentionally stand in the way of the city watch. Well, unless there was nowhere else left to stand, really. But that wouldn't happen unless there was a flood. I must confess, normally I'm rather, reclusive. Not that I dislike people, mind you. Quite the contrary. But lately, with all the troubles, a murderer on the loose and young nobles sneaking around up to who knows what, I've had to place wards around my home.
Nobles sneaking around?
Ah, yes. Lately I've seen figures sneaking around in the dark, and not that well-meaning sort of sneaking either. It's obvious what they want.
What do they want?
Why, my house, of course. As if I would ever sell it. Ridiculous. I'd sooner give up my left eye. But my right annoys me at times, so that would be an easier sell.
Sounds like you may have sold your wits already.
Oh, no. Still have all of those. Yes, I do. Still as sharp as a club. Wouldn't trade a house for my wits. Not at all. Well, perhaps for my gardener's mind. In any event, back when I first settled in Neverwinter, my humble abode was on the outskirts of Blacklake, bordering acres of untouched wilderness. Now, with Neverwinter being rebuilt, following all that plague nonsense, my property went from the periphery to being right on the main thoroughfare of the rich part of Neverwinter. All the nobility wants to live in Blacklake, but there's no more room, so lately they've been trying various ways to convince me to sell my land.
Are you sure these figures you see are nobles?
Of course. Who else would sneak around my home? Well, present company excluded. Oh, that's right. You came here for a reason, yes?
Well, you see, several nights ago, in my home village of West Harbor.
Great dear, what a tale! The moment you arrived, I knew I'd be interested in meeting you. Wish I'd known that when I first greeted you. Would have saved some time. You've certainly come to the right place. A while ago, I found another shard with properties similar to the ones you possess. I've done every possible test on the shard, but learned little. However, I've never had another shard to compare it against. If you'd like some answers, I'll gladly run some tests on your shards. I have just enough quicksilver to do it.
Yes, but I want this back.
Ah, thank you. I'll be right back with this. My tests are complete. With another shard to use as a comparison, well, I learned quite a bit. Quite a lot, actually. It appears these shards contain latent magical energy, either caused by a strong enchantment from when they were whole or from their method of destruction. Furthermore, the shards resonate when they are brought together, increasing their magical energy output accordingly. These shards are pieces of a broken githyanki silver sword. Are you familiar with the githyanki?
I'd be interested in hearing what you know about them.
The githyanki are a race of beings that dwell on the astral plane, led by Vlakith, the Lich Queen. Not a nice woman, I hear. Ages ago, the ancestors of the githyanki were human and inhabited another plane of existence, where they were enslaved by the Illithids, or mind flayers. Then came Gith. Little is known about her outside the githyanki, but she led the rebellion to free her people of the Illithids, and is considered the hero and founder of the githyanki people. The githyanki silver swords are forged with the special purpose of severing the silver cord that connects the form of an astrally projecting traveler to his or her material counterpart. They look like a regular githyanki weapon until used in combat, at which point they turn into a column of flowing, shimmering liquid. Really quite amazing, I'm told. I believe the shards that you have found are pieces of one of these silver swords. I presume the githyanki have come to Faerun to recover the shards.
I fought githyanki, but none of their weapons had the properties you describe.
Common githyanki would not possess a silver sword. These swords are rare and highly prized. They are given by the Lich Queen to only the greatest of githyanki knights. When one of their silver swords falls into the hands of a non-githyanki, they will go to extraordinary lengths to recover it.
Do the githyanki often lose the silver swords?
Often enough that there is a special group of githyanki, the Sword Stalkers, whose sole purpose is to seek out any of the missing silver swords and punish the thieves who took them.
Why would the githyanki care about pieces of a broken sword?
I've never heard of one being broken before. It could be that the githyanki are as interested in how it was broken as they are in reclaiming the pieces.
Is there anything more you can tell me about the shard?
I wish I knew more. Ammon Jerro was the real expert. He actually possessed a silver sword.
Who is Ammon Jerro?
Ammon Jerro? Oh, he was a court wizard of Neverwinter decades ago. I met him a few times. He was a nice fellow, a little absent-minded with a tendency to drift off the subject. Ammon Jerro reminded me of my old mentor, Master Growler. Had the largest collection of noisy, exotic birds, made quite a racket, you know, chirping and squawking.
Where can I find him?
Well, he's dead now, so I'm not sure finding him will help you much. When word of Ammon's death reached me, it was from a messenger who had heard it in passing. The nobles who ruled Neverwinter at the time must have assumed I would simply know if another scholar passed away, for they had not mentioned it to me. It was almost an afterthought. I learned later that it was partly due to what Ammon's family wanted, and what had been requested by the deceased, to enter life quietly and to leave it the same way. It is sad in this age when the passing of a humble scholar and indistinct court wizard barely warrants a footnote in history. It makes me wonder, will anyone remember me when I'm gone?
If Jerro's dead, where can I find his family?
The Jerro family was purported to have moved far away from Neverwinter following the war and Ammon Jerro's passing.
What can you tell me about the war?
Oh, those were dark, confusing times. So much death and chaos. all brought about by some self-proclaimed king of shadows. We were told the king of shadows was not a king at all, but rather a very powerful warlock and summoner of demons. He invaded Neverwinter decades ago with an army of demons. Neverwinter sent their forces to confront him. Both armies perished in the battle, and the King of Shadows was never heard from again. Some rumors suggest that he was defeated and imprisoned by a cabal of mages. Others say that he was dragged away to the abyss by his own demon servants. Whatever the King of Shadows' fate, I say good riddance.
Anything more you can tell me about the King of Shadows?
There is very little else for me to share with you. I certainly wasn't there, and what little history that has been recorded of those times remains vague and murky. However, if you wish, I would be happy to sit down and speculate with you about the King of Shadows. It would be a wonderfully entertaining exercise.
Enough history. Where else can I find the information I need?
Well, there is Ammon Jerro's Haven. It was a secret retreat of his, I believe. I suspect that the Neverwinter archives here in Blacklake would have its location. They typically keep noble family records in the secured archives. They don't allow just anyone to access them, though. I petitioned to be allowed to peruse the secured archives, but I was denied because, well, some silly misunderstanding regarding misplaced books that somehow ended up in my possession.
Can you get me in or not?
Normally, you would have to petition for access, which could take several weeks. However, ask the guards at the archives to speak directly with Archives Administrator Kotnik. He has been known to let me in, quietly on occasion.
Thanks for the help. I'll be going now.
Very well. Thank you for your visit and for letting me chat with you. Quite enlightening, really. Oh, and before I forget, you may take my shard. I've no use for it any longer, and who knows, you may gather more. Do be careful, though. I plan to raise my wards again after you have left to keep out those young nobles skulking about. Hope we haven't talked too long. Otherwise, they may have gathered their courage and attempted to sneak in.
Okay, now we know more about this shard. A part of a silver sword, and it was broken. I need to find Ammon Jerro's haven. You were in there for a while, but no worries, I found a stout branch and whittled a craving for harmony, my fiancé. Thanks for your patience. Can we go to the archives now? The archives? Well, my orders were to take you straight to Aldanon and back out again. Let's try diplomacy. It will only be a short side trip. What's the harm? Success. I suppose it'll be alright. Just a short trip after all. I'm not one for books, so I'll wait outside once you get there. Come on with me. There's a chance here, I think, to get influence with...
Me?
With, Gobnar.
Yes.
Let's cast some spells.
Yenpei Yekoro. Jirjan Quidide.
Me? Miss Desho.
Jirde Quiju. Yes.
Like
Rio no Mish Desho.
Well now,
Rio no
what do you want?
Let's do... Let's... Divine Favor and Shield of Faith. Okay, let's go. I think someone broke in already. Githyanki. think he's searching for the Ammon Jerro's haven also. More gold. Even more gold. Who's there? Answer me. I'm here to help. What's going on? Oh, thank the gods. I heard shouting and the sounds of fighting, and feared whatever evil has fallen on the archives would find me. Need information about Ammon Jerro. Why are you wearing a veil? This veil is worn for all caretakers of the archive. It is a symbol of esteemed office. So how do you tend the archives if you're blind? The veil is magical. It only blinds conventional sight. It is both a security measure and an organized aid. It allows the caretakers to tend the books and records here while ensuring that we do not read them. I need to find information on Ammon Jerro. Jerro, that information will only be contained within the vault. Many of the Neverwinter secrets are kept there, but it is for our eyes alone. More of the Neverwinter is at stake here. I need that information. Very well. If you swear to protect Neverwinter and keep its secret safe, I will help you. I vow to protect Neverwinter and keep its secret safe. Very well. These marauders must likely seek entrance to the vault as well. We must find 4 pedestals in the archives. Upon each is parchment and a pen, which can only be seen by one wearing caretaker's veil. Each of the pens will scribe a question on the parchment regarding a book. Sounds like the test of the academy instructors used to give, and just as fun. Magical pens. I wonder if I might borrow one, just for a while. The pen and parchment will inform you of the book the question concerns and ask you for your answer. Answer all 4 correctly and the vault will open. Alright, is there anything else I need to know? Find the body of one of my fellow caretakers, take his veil and use it to find the panels. Now I must find my way out of here. Good fortune to you. Thanks for your help. Let's go and do it. Nice. Gomna gain 11. Let's level him up. Level in Bard. Recommended. Shrine's Grace. Plus 4 enchanted bonus to Charisma and Dexterity, Deflection bonus to AC, and Charisma modifier. Plus 8 to perform. Nice. I think I can remove this and gain Cure Moderate ones. Inspire Slowing. Let's do Inspire Defense. And gain all this gold. Things are hidden doors here.
Oh
Let's
yes.
do inspire
Well,
competence.
now. What do you want?
Success not possible.
Yes.
Let's do
Dio
this
Nova.
Me?
and give +3
Well, now.
tools.
What do you want?
Success.
This load is a bit of a strain.
Yes.
Well, now. What do you want?
Let's see. I need the +3 5 tools. A lot of gold. Very nice.
Oh yes.
Well, now. What do you want?
Inspire competence for more skill, bonus to skill points. Nice.
Nature will have its say.
Me?
I believe so.
Ah, Follow me. And attack. Just a little more, one level up. And then I'll become a sacred fist. Let's see. More bullets for Quara.
Me?
Spy competence.
What do you want?
Not possible.
Oh, yes.
Step with me. Come on. Follow along.
Need 5 tools plus 6. Oh well. Let's break it. Okay. Now we got this, that done. Let's save and check the archives. Through the veil you can see the shapes of a feather pen and leather parchment lying on the pedestal, glowing for soft light. When you approach, the pen rises into the air and scribes a question. The following question references the death of a sailorman. What does Turner B. Darwin consider his crowning achievement? Dining hall in battle, bedding over 6 dozen women, building Crimson Hawk, sinking the Luskan Pride. My, you are good at this. I wouldn't want to meet you across the Styrian game table, I wouldn't. Correct. Nice. We gain influence with Gob now. That's a bit difficult to do. You don't have many chances to gain influence with him. Okay. Through the veil you gain a question. The following question references the Loskan threat of Neverwinter. What does the author recommend the Lord Nashor do about the Loskan threat? Lure, build more alliances across the Sword Coast. Correct. I didn't need to even to read the book. To read this book. I missed a door. Okay, from this next question, I need some to read this book, so excuse me for a moment. I'll bring a paper and pen. Okay, I'm back. I need to read the Elephant Cipher. Okay, this is some kind of a code. Nix is deaf. Nix equals deaf. Need to write this down. 1 is life. 2 is 1. 3 is to lead. 4 is to follow. 5 is nature. 6 is the weave. 7 is the shadow. 8 equals you, and 9 is me. Okay, now let's decipher this code. The following question references the earphone decipher. Shadow weave, nature death. Okay, shadow the 7, weave the 6, 5 is nature, and death is Nix. 7, 6, 5 Nix. I wanted to gain influence with Kerga, with Grobner. Let's do this again. Nix is 0. Don't say Nix. Let's do this again. I want to gain influence with Grobner. Okay. Let's do this. 9, 3, 2, 7, 1. Me lead 1. Me lead 1 shadow life. Well done! Yeah, I can influence with Grobner. That's what I want. Okay, and the last one. Let's save. Question reference the counter, the assumption of Latveron. What does the author believe pulls object towards the ground? Gravity, the weave, the weight of the soul, the gods, the weave. I would have said gravy. It makes crows swoop to the ground to taste it, after all. Your answer is much better, though. Yes. More influence. And let's equip our hat. Let's save. And go.
We have the location of Haven.
Uh-oh.
Interesting. There is another Jerro. Ziri will want her. I shall take care of the descendant. Wipe out all mention of the thief. Then rejoin the others.
Let's kill them all.
The Kalakcha!
Kalakcha! Kalakcha! Okay, we did it. Now let's find where the haven is. His records of the Jerro family have been partially destroyed. From what you can piece together, Ammon Jerro has one living relative, Shandra Jerro, who has a farm near Highcliff.
I do not know if Shandra will be pleased to see us since last time we were at Highcliff.
We need to get to her at once. The githyanki are probably heading there as we speak.
Okay, let's go! Come on. Let's rest.
Me?
Let's discard competence.
Let me lead the way. You follow behind.
This. 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 This.
Me?
This. This.
I am listening.
This. This. And this. And this.
Well,
Let's
do you
do
want?
bless and aid. Let's go. Come on. Let's do this.
There she is! Capture her! Ziri wants her alive!
What in the hells is going on?
Things have turned out well for us, my brothers. The girl and the Kalakcha, both within our reach. Take one team and capture the girl alive. The rest of us will deal with this one.
Take this! And this!
This load is a bit of a strain.
Let's go save Shandra.
Split up and search the rooms. It should not be difficult to find the girl in here. So the Kalakcha survived. Deal with him first. The girl can wait.
Take this! Take this! Take this! And this! Take this!
You again. Don't come any closer.
Listen, Shandra, we are here to help you.
What? I'm not going anywhere. Why won't you all just leave me alone? Stop right there. What do you want with me?
I need your help.
I don't even know. That's my house. First my barn, now my house?
You burned down another building when you were here the first time? You're worse than me.
Looks like those things are trying to smoke us out. Well, it worked. Let's get out of here before this place collapses.
Take this! And this!
So my barn and home are both burned to the ground. Any more of your help and all of Highcliff will be the next to go. Anyway, I think it's best we part ways now. You go your way, I'll go mine.
Still need your help.
Look, I barely know you, but what I do know is whenever you show up, trouble's not far behind. So I think it's best we say our farewells now.
She's helpless.
Take this!
Thanks. Maybe I should have stuck with you after all.
Do you think you can trust me now?
Honestly, I don't know. But I'm done running from you. For now. Look, we really need to get out of here before more of these creatures show up. Do you know of anywhere safe that we can talk?
You'll be safe in Neverwinter at the sunken flagon.
Neverwinter? The only safe place you can think of is in Neverwinter?
She's going to be staying at the Sunken Flagon with us?
Why not? My barn's gone, my house is gone. Are we leaving right away?
Yes.
Well now, I see you've brought someone new to my establishment. Now who is this young lady?
Why are you so interested?
Please lass, come in, come in. Make yourself at home. This here is the Sunken Flagon. I own it. You'll be safe here. Krabnar, play a tune or something. Make the lady feel welcome.
Why, of course! I was just thinking.
Look, we don't need a lecture on what passes through your head and out your mouth. Just play.
Well, the innkeeper certainly runs hot and cold.
That's my uncle, you can trust him.
All right, I agreed to let you bring me here. Now I want some answers.
Not all of us wanted you here. Trust me.
What happened at my farm? Who were those creatures, and why were they after me?
I don't have all the answers. I was hoping you might have some. Calm down. Your question will be answered in due time.
Calm down? Calm down? You try being calm when your farm is attacked by monsters and burnt to the ground.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm just sorry you're here.
Well, that's more like it. Keep it up and I may forgive you for what happened to my farm. Maybe.
The githyanki are responsible for what happened to your farm, not me.
Right. So who are these githyanki, whatever they are, and why were they trying to kill me?
The githyanki didn't want to kill you. They were after information.
What could I possibly know that would be important? I lived on that farm all my life. Did they want to learn how to milk cows?
It's not what you know, but what Ammon Jerro knew.
Ammon Jerro? He was my grandfather. Or my great-grandfather. Or was it my great-great-grandfather? I heard he was an eccentric but humble wizard. But he died a long time ago. What's he got to do with this whole mess?
Do you know about Ammon Jerro's haven?
My mother told me about the haven when I was a child. I thought it was just a tale she used to make me do my chores on time. She always threatened to lock me in there if I wasn't a good girl.
What else did your mother tell you about the haven?
My mother said his haven was like 100 twisting corridors jumbled together into an inescapable labyrinth, filled with the deadliest traps and evil beasts conjured from the abyss. Or something like that. I think she was exaggerating.
I can see why you have nightmares of the place.
Perhaps it is just childhood stories, but even if I knew where the haven was, it's the last place I'd want to go.
I need to know where the haven is.
I have no idea where it is. Knowing its location wouldn't help you much anyway. My mother said something about a path you have to walk to get to it. Like a series of challenges, but I don't remember what they are. She also said getting into the haven requires a pint of fresh blood. And not just any blood will do. It has to be Jerro blood. Wait, is that why you rescued me? So you could bleed me?
Oh, I get it now. I was wondering why we'd brought her here. She was really starting to bother me.
If you think I'm going to let you drag me into some dark dungeon I used to have nightmares about, think again.
You've been through too much as it is. I will find another way to enter the haven.
What? Oh, I mean, all right.
Oh, well then, I'm glad you understand. That's a little more than I was expecting, actually. Look, I can barely think, let alone stand. I really need rest. We can talk about this tomorrow.
Is she sleeping here too?
Uh-oh.
Alarm! Alarm! Everyone, get out of bed and grab a weapon! The flagon's under attack!
Let's switch to our fist. Let's go. Come on, Duncan. Do something.
Let's have at it!
Okay, that was easy.
That last Shandra has been taken? How in the hells did those githyanki get into the city?
Does that matter? You'd best hurry if you want to get her back. Look, this one has a sprig of duskwood trapped in his boot. That means they came from deep within Luskan territory, and that's where they'd be returning to.
Luskan? That's your territory, Bishop.
Yes, but it's not my problem. I'm not going into Luskan territory for some farm girl, and certainly not with any kin of yours, Duncan.
It is our duty to rescue her. We failed to protect her, so we must make amends.
Duty? What? You think I care what happens to her? She wasn't tough enough to save herself, so let her rot, I say.
You'll help them, Bishop, whether you like it or not.
And what makes you think? Calling it due, are you, Duncan? Are you sure?
A woman's life is at stake, Bishop. If that's what it takes to move you to do the right thing, then so be it.
Fine. It will be worth it to be rid of you, and for such a small price, too. You're a fool, Duncan.
So be it.
All right, pack your bags and grab your weapons. We're bound for the Luskan border. Follow my lead and don't try to be clever. If the Luskans catch us, they'll use us for target practice.
Alright, let's go. Okay, we need Bishop, Governor, and Kelgar? Or Nishka? Let's bring Nishka.
Hold on. Something isn't right.
You're right, I don't see any villagers.
Now you're learning. Good. Keep listening to me and you might stay alive. But it's not just the villagers. Where are the livestock? They didn't take them all to market, trust me. We're on the trail of our friends, though. They're moving fast, but it looks like we've closed in a bit.
How can we be so sure we're on the trail?
Their trail's hard to miss. They may know where they're going, but they aren't bothering to hide their tracks. It's almost as if they want us to keep up. I don't like it. Keep your eyes open and your weapon handy. I smell an ambush.
Yeah. You gain influence.
Follow me.
Bishop. Let's change these portraits. To this one. He has longbow, some arrows. He's a ranger. Power critical longbow, improve critical longbow. Improve initiative, point blank, toughness. Animal companion. Archery. Swift tracker. Okay. What spells does he have?
Well now, what do you
Let's give him all the arrows we have. Again another shard, +1 constitution, +1 dexterity, +1 strength. Okay. Let's keep on this. Let's switch to sling.
Me?
Let's give him some of them. Lots of tumbling.
Yeah.
Of science.
How can I help?
Well now, what do you want?
Everybody, follow me!
Yeah. I believe so.
Okay. We'll continue this on the next episode. Let's save. Bye bye.